Let me just pop into this sales order. Of course, I'm a sales order processor. I've got to work through this whole list. But let's take a little deeper dive here in the body, and let's go ahead and hide this fact block. Of course, here I've got my line items for my sales order. You can see I've put in my Ripon 15. I've got my quantity. Of course, we need to know the case pack. We've set up the ability to have different case packs in the system. And I need to know my bottle size. This is very important for later for my compliance. I may get taxed in gallons, so I'll need to do some type of conversion there. And we've actually built a lot of that into the system. As I continue down my sales order, I can see there's various areas where I can work within. I'm just going to open up this invoice detail. You can see several fields of data that will need things like brand codes. This is specific to the wine and spirits distribution. Of course, the beverage tax area code, things of that nature. But what I wanted to show you is if I hide that information, I can actually see some of that data, and we call these fast tabs. So if I want to promote some data that I typically need, I can do that and not even need to go into that next step of clicking that particular item. As we go down here, of course, I've got my shipping, my prepayment, and my wine trade fields. You'll see throughout the system, we'll have these specific 365 wine trade fields. So for the purposes of our demo, I did want to look a little bit at the item master. So as I go down here, I can quickly see I've got my sales line details. I can see all that quick information I need, shipment data, availability, and such. But let's go take a look at this item and just check out some of the things that are available on our item master. So I have my action ribbon up here, which you can see on all of the pages. I've got type of inventory. I've got my base unit of measure. Again, this is important because although we might sell in cases, we might need to show things in bottles. We want to utilize that smallest unit of measure possible. As I go down here, again, you're going to see all those ERP fields that are important, things like costing. We support various costing methods. Where are we posting this information to, etc. I've got that here. Here, I can set up my pricing list. Of course, this is extremely important because we have to provide the price list to these state authorities, and we need the system to ensure that our pricing is matching those compliance or will be out of compliance. So here, I can set up my sales prices, and I can set up the different types, whether it's for all customers or maybe it's a specific customer price discount group like a state. Here we've got Connecticut. So this can be set up within the system, again, item by item or in groups. And then, of course, I need to order items. I've got my replenishment here. I'm going to skip here the planning and item tracking, and I'm going to go down to that wine trade section because this is really the area where you're going to find a lot of the terminology is similar to what you're doing throughout your day. We talked about bottle sizes. And of course, this is important here. We can do the conversion from your bottle size down into liters, down into gallons. And this will be for some of the taxation purposes, some of our compliance. And of course, with any good wine, we're going to need to know the vintage code, the varietal, the sub-region code, etc. We've added all that here in the system. Alcohol type, alcohol percentage, you need to track the proof. These are things that aren't normally in an ERP system, but we built them specifically for the wine and spirits trade because we got together with our customers and did some focus groups, and they told us these are the items we need to do our job.